Tiffany.
Hey, I'm Jos.
I'm Gio.
I'm Bart, and you're watching
Ask the Peers.
And today we have a question from Chingon Limon.
Hey, what's good, guys? Is it weird to like hentai? Cause a lot of people been telling me that you fucking weird if you like that shit. But I don't get it. If I can bust an equal of a nut when I jack off to regular porn or fuck, what's wrong with that? Is it weird? Thanks for your nut.
I like how this guy measured his fucking nut. He's like, regular porn, hentai porn, Oh, I bust equal of a nut, man. Come on.
Equal of a nut. I think the way he's like explaining it too makes it less weird. I think it's fucking weird when you're like a creepy old man in the corner looking like Smeagol and shit, and you're like looking at the fucking hentai mangas and you're just looking around like this, and that's fucking weird. But that's the
weird
same
if
thing.
I jack off to cartoons.
Yeah.
Then it's weird.
But he's just like a regular guy. He's like, yeah, that shit turns me on.
What exactly is hentai? It's just
It's like porno anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what he's talking about. That.
What's manga?
Comic.
Oh, so it's
manga.
two different things?
Hentai is just, all it is just perverted anime comics.
Is it made for? What's the purpose of hentai? Is it?
Or
for
I think
sex?
hentai, the direct translation is like, I think it's like perverted or something like that, or crazy.
So it's made for people to jack off to.
Yeah, because if that's the point, then I don't see anything weird.
I actually think it's more for adult entertainment.
It is. If they're like really good stories, that it just so happens that they fuck too.
It's more
and it's
like-
very graphic fucking.
It's more like that. You know how they remade the Pirates for porno? It's more like that, more so than like the
guy
pepperoni,
with the
like
peak-
Dick in a Box.
Yeah,
Like
gotcha.
they show up, they're fucking after like 10 seconds. It's not like porno.
Imagine if you're watching Walking Dead and then the love scene actually turned into a graphic porno.
So it's pretty much Game of Thrones, but more graphic.
with love scenes that carry out through, like they don't fade to black during love scenes, like they actually go through like fucking.
I guess I don't see it like that. I can see why people would find it weird, and I can see why his friends, I guess, would find it weird, because it's not like what you guys are saying. It's more like X-Men that fuck. Because it's a cartoon.
But people do buzz to it too, though.
Yeah, but I think now I understand why it's weird, because it's cartoons. Like it's all fake. But then at the same time, you can say, well, porn is all fake too. But at least they're real people.
Well, I mean, I think it's the same way like ladies get horny off of romance novels, and there's no people.
But that's your imagination, though.
What's the difference between hentai anime being an imagination from someone else?
I think because when you're imagining it, you're not imagining cartoon characters. I think you're imagining people you've probably seen on the streets, or just attractive people that you've kind of encountered.
Well, the cartoon characters are really attractive, though. They don't look like Snoopy and shit.
I've seen them. No, they're hot. Like
I
the
wish Sailor
proportions.
Moon was naked.
Yeah.
I don't know about Sailor Moon. She looks like a little girl, but I know what you're talking.
They're hotter than real life girls sometimes.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, they're similar to it. They're very voluptuous. Like they got the big booty with like the nice little waist and then the big boobs. I get it. Like I don't think it's weird at all, but I'm trying to understand
Why people think it's weird?
Yeah.
I thought you guys thought it was weird on JK News. You don't think it's weird? I don't think it's weird. Yeah. I think anything that represents like something sexual is supposed to turn you on.
Right.
Yeah.
Like even things that aren't meant to be for sex, if it like reminds you of sex, it's gonna make you horny.
Have you ever jacked off to hentai?
Hell yeah, they got good ass stories. They got really good stories. Yeah. One moment you're worried for the character. The next moment you're like stressed out for the character. Like, oh, is he gonna get a good grade? Oh shit, he's gonna fuck the teacher. Oh fuck, why is my pants around my ankles? What happened?
He sounds like a dad trying to justify why he buys the Playboy magazines. It's for the articles. It's for the articles. That's funny. Yeah, I've never.
No, they got really
I've never
good.
even seen one.
It's not, and it's not even like you can't just fast forward to the sex scenes either. You gotta like read the whole story, and then you like build with the characters, and you're like, oh yeah.
Wait,
I hope he finally does it.
So it's not in video form. It's in comic book form.
Both.
The one I saw, it made me horny was I don't even know why it made me horny, but
You know why it made you horny.
no, there's this girl, like she was like in a schoolgirl outfit.
That's why it made you
and
horny.
then, but then she had like a banging ass body.
Well, that's why it made you horny
And then,
too.
so I don't know what happened, because I remember I watched this a long time ago, and there's this guy that comes out of nowhere that's kind of like Dr. Octopus or Dr. Octavius with all these tentacles, and then it comes and then it grabs her butt and then her fucking shirt bursts open and the other tentacles come and grabs her arms and she's like hanging over there. And then the tentacles start boning her, and I started getting horny. I'm like, what the fuck? This cartoon's crazy.
This octopus is fucking her.
How old were you when you saw that?
I think junior high or high school, early high school.
I remember I saw this one. It was pretty cool. It was like this guy, his lifelong dream was to be a photographer for like bikini models, right? And then like he had this like neighborhood homegirl that he was friends with, and then like but she was super flat chested and she was just like a tomboy. And then he went off to pursue his like photography dreams in a big city, and then he was taking pictures of all these models, but for some reason their boobies were just not like up to par with what he wanted. And when he came back to his hometown and he kind of gave up the whole idea of like photography, like his hometown like girl blossomed into this like big boobied hot girl, and then they like fell for each other, and he took all these like pictures of her, and then she's like super successful in modeling, and then they fell for each other and they fucked. You know?
And that's the story.
Yeah.
Fuck, because he couldn't find the perfect boobies, but the perfect boobies were next door.
It was always there.
That sounds very heartwarming.
Right?
I like it.
That is a fucking ridiculous story.
That is
It
not.
is a guy's romance novel.
That's a good story.
Okay.
Thank you for watching that episode of Ask the Feels. If you too have questions that want to be addressed, go ahead and go to our website, askthefeels.com, and you can submit your question there. For the last video, click over here. Because before, when we didn't live together, we had sex more. And then even once we started moving in, we still had sex more. But as JK got really, really busy, now literally when we're in bed to sleep. So there's less time where it's like there's less fooling around time. There's like we know if we have sex, that's gonna be time taken away from sleep. So we have to make sacrifices. So it all depends now, and it's you can't just compare. Well, they've been together for